Hi, I'm Peter Merrigan. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Taurus Investment Holdings based in Boston. So commercial real estate and residential real estate are major contributors to greenhouse gas emissions in the United States and actually across the globe. A lot of that's generated by the heating and cooling demands that are coming from the properties. So the strongest area of attack is really to go after the heating and cooling systems within the properties, and many of which, in particularly in the United States, are outdated, antiquated, inefficient. And there's a misalignment of interest, generally speaking, where the tenant in a commercial property or a residential rental property will be paying the operating costs for the invoice for the energy consumption and driving the energy consumption, but the actual improvement of the physical asset is paid for by the landlord. So there's a misalignment of incentive there to invest in efficiency and new equipment. And that's causing a lot of deferred maintenance, a lot of inefficiency, a lot of unnecessary demand being generated by the consumers of the energy. Really, when you're looking at either new construction or a retrofit property, which is focused on energy efficiency and perhaps renewable energy generation, you're really talking about having a future-proofed property. So a property that has not been updated or the systems are antiquated will actually decline in value over the long term. Whether it's a home that a person is buying or whether it's an investment property that an investor is acquiring. Ultimately, the ones that are not improved, the ones that have not been built to the most energy efficient standards or associated with renewable energy generation, are going to become antiquated and obsolete. So it's an important consideration for any investment decision. It's really a political question, and there was a lot of incentive, et cetera, that was built into the Build Back Better concept or legislation, which wasn't approved. Will that be broken up, and will there be additional incentives provided? That's possible, but it's something where really I'm not so sure the industry as a whole can wait for that to take place. There are incentives right now, particularly for solar and geothermal and other tax credits that are available. And some of which are expiring, some of which get renewed. So there's a lot of incentives in place, and there are rebates and other mandates that come in at the local level from either the utilities or from the states, from local municipalities, all who have various climate goals. It's important that you understand all the various stakeholders and what they're trying to achieve in terms of addressing climate change, et cetera, and what those goals are and what incentives they do have in place. We spend a lot of time working on that and trying to understand that and building that into our business model. The private sector can then look at all those, both federal, local, and business incentives that are available, and then build out a business case for an individual project investment that delivers the best return. I think that in the it's such a vast array of different types of properties. So you have, all sorts of different things between residential, multifamily, single family for rent, hotels and assisted living. It goes on, the list goes on and on, office, industrial. And I guess the biggest thing to understand when you're looking at efficiency, climate change impact, et cetera, is that it's not one size fits all. There's not one solution for every single property. It's an individual solution for the particular asset, depending on the geography, what kind of asset it is, what the energy demand is, what the cost of the energy is, what the incentives are. There are many considerations that are put into the investment decision or inputs. But in the big picture, the opportunity is vast to really improve efficiency dramatically because there's so much built stock that can be addressed, and so much, and that misalignment of interest between the tenant and the landlord on the investment side has caused so much deferred investment to be made. So that really creates an opportunity to add value.